Go.
Hello and welcome to our summer series. We're here with head women's volleyball coach Micah Herron. Micah, good to see you.
Good to see you, Zach.
This is good. So we moved outside. We just had the gym floor redone, so it looks fantastic, but we're not allowed to be on it. So we're going to do this outside. It's finally not 100 degrees. Or yet. It's not 100 degrees yet.
Yeah.
So we're going to do this
trending
while.
that way.
Yeah, that's right. So again, here with head coach Micah Herron. We're going to talk some women's volleyball. Micah, what was it like to not have a spring practice?
It was tough. It's tough, you know, it's a time that's a little more low-key, that we get to get in the gym, you know, work on some things, continue to build culture, and the time we spend even off the court that we were able to meet, you know, we weren't able to do that in person. Obviously we were to meet online and such, but it's just a different experience, and I think it showed us how much we miss it. As coaches, I think the players missed it. They missed, as every individual is right now, missing the interaction with each other, and that's a big part of what we do. It's a big part of our culture, and but everybody's facing that too. So we got to figure out ways to overcome that.
And when you return, hopefully in the fall for fall practice, are there things you're going to need to catch up on because of the lack of spring practice, or we're just kind of forgetting that and we're going to go right to the normal things we would do in the fall?
I'm sure there's going to be some catch up. Hey, you know, we want to come back to here's our basics, here's the things that we're trying to do, you know, without being able to get in the gym together on a regular basis. I think some of our kids are going to need to be reminded of that. But again, I think we might even gain a couple extra days of practice with the potential scheduling. I know we'll talk about that. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. I can't complain about that. We get a little more time to prep, potentially. But yeah, it's going to be, if it was a whirlwind before, I don't know, it's going to be a tornado or tornadoes. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Not it's hard to know what to expect any day, let alone when we start hopefully bringing students back to campus. How is the team doing? You probably kept up with them here and there in the summer, probably more so in the spring, but normally in the summer there's that off period. But maybe this year a little bit different, checking in maybe a little bit more or a little more frequently.
Yeah, I know that they miss the time together. I alluded to that. They just we got a group of kids that they love being together. You don't always get that. But I think these kids genuinely love each other and love being around each other. I think we miss that. I think with all that being said, I think they're doing well. As conversations I have, they're trying to be as active as possible. You know, get out and play. Some of them have siblings or, you know, maybe a teammate down the road that they're able to spend a little time together appropriately. But I think as well as can be expected right now. So
that's great. And that kind of leads into summer workouts. Did you give them a workout, obviously, to do for the summer? And hopefully they're doing those workouts. But has anyone mentioned
whether
to you,
it's being
that's right, I
done
can't
or not?
control that. That's a major violation. So
yes.
No, has anyone said like, hey, this is maybe we are with a partner or we're doing them online together or things like that?
Yeah, I know a few of them, you know, have said, hey, we've gotten together, played and worked a bit. I know as I've had individual conversations, you know, kids have told me their schedules, and it's, wow, you know, I'm actually really impressed with them.
Great.
And their ability to work multiple jobs, get a workout in, they realize it's vitally important then to be prepared for, you know, this fall. And again, to be seen what that looks like. But the fact that they're still buying in and putting in work is huge for us, for sure.
It's great. We kind of alluded to it earlier, but the schedule. It's posted, it's up. But that doesn't mean it's going to look anything like that when September 1st rolls around. How are you kind of weighing that? Probably getting emails occasionally, hey, we don't know, or hey, we do know, it's a no, or hey, we're good on that date still. What's that juggling like?
Yeah, just like the last really, you know, 4, 5, 6 months have been, it's, you know, kind of a waiting game. And, if we've learned anything, it's you got to be flexible and understand that we got to do what's best for, you know, each individual. And that's what we say we do here. You know, we want to care about you as an individual student athlete. And so, you know, this is really no difference. We're going to, you know, take the proper precautions to get ourselves to a place that we feel good about. I know there are other schools that have, you know, already, hey, we need to reschedule, or we're going to conference play. We'll see if we can fit some in. I do think there's going to be we're in a great location. I think we can pick up a few matches that may have been dropped here or there that we don't have to go far.
Yep.
A lot of the overnight things we're trying to eliminate as much as possible.
Yep.
So it could look very different from what we've scheduled, and we scheduled some tough matches, but we're going to try and give it a go and do the best we can.
And I know those conferences have, or even our conference, the NEAC has talked about in-conference only play. Again, that's a hypothetical, but that would probably bode somewhat well for us in terms of historically how we've fared against those teams. We obviously lost 4 teams and we've typically been playing, but still Morrisville State remains, Wells remains. So some tough matches in there, even if we would just go to conference play.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that, that the parity between probably some of the other teams we play, they might play, an overall tougher schedule, but those that we can bring in, I think, we can piece together if it does happen to go to that. I think it's still going to be competitive for us in a place that we're going to be challenged. Even Burke's up and coming. I think Jesse's doing a great job there, and we obviously had a really tough battle there in the quarterfinal match. And so I think that we've got teams that are taking steps forward. Abington's doing the same thing with Roy there, and so I think that where it may not be exactly what we want, that's what it comes to. We'll find ways to make it work and be competitive. Obviously, Harrisburg jumping in, they're tough too. So we've got teams that we need to take steps forward to be competitive with and against, for us to continue to take steps forward as a program.
Absolutely. There is some exciting news though for this summer. Next week, your camp, grades 9 through 12, and how many people?
We have over 50 kids signed up right now, which is fantastic.
I think that's excellent.
Yeah, we're gonna go positive here, Zach. We're gonna stay positive.
Great.
Yep. It's a good thing. I love that kids are wanting places to play, and obviously we've made some adjustments, and there'll be some things we'll follow when we're trying to do to make sure everybody feels good about what's going on. But yeah, over 50 kids. I don't know. We've had that for quite some time, so I'm excited about that.
Yep.
Just a chance to get back in the gym again. Not getting that even personally in the spring season. Would be in the gym and scratch an itch that just we're passionate about. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it'll be a little hectic. Probably have a few courts outside and moving kids around, and hopefully weather permitting, it won't be too brutal.
Are there some team members who are coming to help out with that?
Yeah, we've got several kids coming that'll be here on a regular basis for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'm excited to be able to see them and have contact with them, and get them back in the gym, and hopefully they're at a place where maybe they can demo some stuff and good enough shape to show them, hey, this is what it's like. So.
That's great. Well, it'll be great to hear volleyball in the gym again.
Yeah.
You miss that in the spring when you're usually outside or hearing volleyball in the gym. So certainly something to look forward to. Micah, I appreciate it. This has been great. I hope we can have another discussion, whether it be on camera or on the podcast in early September or late August. Lord willing, we're playing some volleyball. So again, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your summer.
Thanks, Zach.
All right, I appreciate it. That was Micah Herron with our 2020 Summer Series. That kind of wraps up the fall sports. We'll do some cross country here in a little while, as well as men's golf, and we'll head into basketball here in the next couple of weeks as well. So I want to thank Micah one more time. I want to thank my son for working the camera. And as always, go Chargers, go.